Rutland Raiders and the Hartford Hurricanes. That was the first pitch of the game. I'll set the defense for you in a few minutes. Chris Mack is pitching for the Raiders. Leadoff hitter for Hartford is Matt Paz, the catcher. It's a little difficult to pick up the balls and strike. We're trying to broadcast from left center field so that the camera perspective is a little better, but we're a ways away. This game has some postseason significance. It's a fly ball hit to left field. Joe Rodolphe, left fielder, has caught that, and there's one down. Both these teams are 12-3, and the winner has a chance to either retain or move up their position in the postseason seeding, so it may be a significant game. Rutland is undefeated in the Marble Valley League. Hartford's losses have all been in the Marble Valley League, so Rutland has clinched first place in the league, but they both have the same overall record. The number 2 hitter is Sean Stone, shortstop. Fly to right field. Kyle Horvath is under it. He's got it. There's 2 down. The number 3 hitter is A.J. Hamill, first baseman. I think he has hit some home runs based on my reading of the newspaper anyway. He didn't hit any against us when we played in Hartford, but he is a power hitter. The Rutland defense, in addition to Chris Mack pitching, Sean Carpenter is catching, Aaron Bloomer at first, Matt Merritt at second, Jeff Perry playing short, Nate Swan is at third. Ground ball hit up the middle, thrown to first, 3 outs. Good inning for Chris Mack. The left fielder, Joe Rodolphe, center fielder, Rob Dorian, right fielder, Kyle Horvath. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Hartford went 1-2-3. Raiders are coming up. The batting order for Rutland is Rob Dorian leading off, Jeff Perry, Joe Rodolphe, Jeff Bloomer, DH, Kyle Horvath, Aaron Bloomer, Matt Merritt, pitcher Chris Mack, and Nate Swan. Rob Dorian leading off. Difficult to tell the balls and strike from this angle, but that looked pretty low. I'd say that was ball 1. So shot to second, fielded cleanly, thrown out. 1 down. 2 hitter, Jeff Perry, the shortstop, coming up. It's a beautiful day for baseball here at Georgetti. It's a May 29th. Ernie Sule on the camera, Bill Bloomer on the mic. Hope to run this tape on Channel 15 maybe as soon as this Saturday. High, ball 1. I'll set the Hartford defense. Pitching is Nick Avery. I believe he's considered their number 1 man. Catching is Matt Paz. First base, A.J. Hamill. Fouled off. Second, Ryan Wetzler. The third baseman, Sean Fernandez. Shortstop, Sean Stone. Left field, Pat Riley. Center, Logan Selza. And right field, Zach Pickett. There's a long shot, but it's foul. And they're using a designated hitter, Riley Flanagan, as the DH, hitting in Zach Pickett's spot. Nothing game, bottom of the first. There's a strikeout. 2 down. Rodolphe coming up. He's been a pretty hot hitter for the Raiders. Raiders had a 10-game winning streak during the middle of the season. It ended at a weekend mini tournament in Plattsburgh. Lost to South Burlington, but then came back with a victory over Ticonderoga. This is the kind of day Ernie Banks would say, let's play two. It's a beautiful day. No lights here, so I guess we're going to be stuck with one game. Long throw from third. Nice play. Out. 1, 2, 3. There hasn't been a base runner yet. Going to the top of the second. Top of the second inning. Nothing game. Both pitchers have been in control so far. Leading off for Hartford is Pat Riley, the left fielder. Chris Mack on the mound for the Raiders. Chris has had an effective year. He has very good control. I think he tries to keep the ball down against a lot of hitters. Fly ball to right. Kyle Horvath's under it and got it. One down. They've had 3 fly ball outs so far. But Rutland will take any kind. Ground ball, fly ball, strikeout. This is Riley Flanagan, the designated hitter. There's a strike. 0-1. There's a line shot. That's going to drop. Fielded in the right field. And Flanagan has the first hit of the game on first base. And Nick Avery, the pitcher, is coming up. Get easy to watch the game when you're broadcasting instead of talking, but a little bit of dead time doesn't seem like a bad idea. Gives you an appreciation for the job that Jack Healy does. There's a strike. First base runner of the game on first base. Doesn't look to be taking a huge lead. Well, looks like a foul ball to the right side. Now he's got 2 strikes on him. I don't think Chris typically strikes a lot of batters out. Tries to make sure they put the ball in play. Lets the defense do the work. There's a single over the third baseman's head. Quickly fielded and thrown in by Rodolphe and cut off. First and second, 1 down. Fernandez, the third baseman, coming up. One out, top of the second, no score yet. In the game that was played in Hartford between these two teams, Rutland came from behind to win a close game. I don't recall the score, but it was a well-played, fairly low-scoring game. Looks like this one may be the same. Swing and strike. Logan Selza is on deck, the center fielder. 1 down. Doesn't appear that there's any play on. Foul ball at the first baseman, Aaron Bloomer, couldn't get to. 2 strikes now. Runner at first is not being held since he's the trail runner. Hartford runner at second base does not have a big lead. They throw down behind. And they got him. Thrown Carpenter to Bloomer. Runner on first, strayed a little bit too far, and Carpenter threw him out. 2 down. Runner on second. Chopped foul. 2 down now. Runner on second. And Fernandez up. That one got away from the catcher, back to the screen. Flanagan has moved up to third. Now we got 2 outs, runner on third. Still no score, top of the second. Raiders hoping to get out of this if they can get the batter. Mack looking in. Timeout. Batter steps out. Mack looking back in, picking up the sign. Runner leading off third. Check swing. Apparently that was ruled no swing. Some of the Raiders thought that it was strike 3, but the umpires didn't agree. Batter still has 2 strikes on him. 2 down, top of the second. That one's high and walked him. Hartford's got a first and third situation now with Selza coming up, the center fielder. 2 down. Raiders have got their sign how they're going to handle the first and third play. Runner didn't go, fouled off. This is a big situation for Mack. He needs to see if he can get out of this inning, keep the score 0-0, let the Raiders come in and swing the bats in the bottom of the second. Fake to third, fake to first, no throw. Runners weren't too far off, got back quickly. Salza's getting the sign from third base coach. Raiders have set their first and third play. There's a strike. Runner at first doesn't look as if he's planning to steal, but he might be, depending on the count. Mack's got 2 strikes on the batter. Fouled off. We're in the top of the second at George Eddy Field, last game of the regular season. Raiders hoping for a win here to get a high seeding, high index points in the postseason. Looks as if they'll have at least one home game in the postseason. I'm sure they hope that they'll have more than one, and that they'll have an opportunity to play several games in the postseason. That one's high and away. Looked like a waste pitch to try to set up this next pitch. Mack gets the sign in the windup, throws it in. Oh, nice pitch. Looked like an off-speed pitch that fooled him. We're back. It's the bottom of the second. Still 0-0. We're back. It's the top of the third. The 9-hitter. Ryan Wetzler, second baseman, up for the Hurricanes, still 0-0. Well played game. Hartford has the only 2 hits of the game so far. No errors by either team. The Raiders have hit 5 ground balls and there's 6 outs, and the Hartford has made all the plays so far. I think that one just missed outside. So Hartford in the third inning has 9-1-2. This is Wetzler's first at-bat today. A little low. Mack has been in pretty good control. Did have the help of one big play by his catcher. Nice play by Swan, the third baseman. Skips it over to first. Out. 5-3, and there's one down. Now back up at the top of the order. Matt Paz, the catcher. He flew to left his first time up in the first inning. One down. Mac looks in, gets the sign, deals, a little high. Ball one. That one was inside. 2-0. Mac does have one walk in this game. There's ball three. Good scoop by catcher Carpenter, although with nobody on. Didn't matter, but good idea to make the right play, no matter whether there's men on or not. Looked like he was taken all the way. Strike one. 3-1 count. One down. Top of the third. Scoreless game here at George Eddy Park between the Raiders and the Hurricanes. That was a little high. Ball four. Sean Stone, the shortstop, coming up. He flew out to right field in the first inning. He steps out to get the sign, gets it, steps in. Chris Mack's ready to go, throws over to first. Runner's safe. Stumbled a little, but stayed on the bag. Bloomer went with the double tag in case he slipped off. Runner's being held. Takes off. Looks like he's going. Well hit to left field. Rodolphe's got it. Looked like it was still in play. Runner retreated. Ball got away in the infield, but was backed up. Right fielder hustled in also to back up Horvath, so no damage done. Base runner who was stealing had to retreat. Nice play by the left fielder, Joe Rodolphe. Stone is retired for the second out, and Hamill is up. He grounded the pitcher to the first baseman in the first inning. Runner goes again. Low pitch, no throw. Successful stolen base by Paz. So now we've got two outs. A runner on second in scoring position for Hartford's three-hitter, A.J. Hamill. Through the gap, through between the shortstop and the third baseman. Hamill comes around to score. Hamill comes around to second. Paz comes around to score, and Hartford's up 1-0. Still two down. Same situation, two down, runner on second. And the four-hitter, Riley, is up, the left fielder. He takes strike one. Now the Hurricanes are on the board, first run of the game. Raiders still looking for their first hit. Hope to go in and swing the bats the bottom half of this inning. Try to tie it up or go ahead. Little chopper to short. Fielded by Perry over to first. That's the inning. Well, we're in the bottom of the third. Hartford's ahead 1-0. Raiders looking for their first base runner. We've got 7, 8, 9 coming up this inning. Matt Merritt, the second baseman. Chris Mack, the pitcher. Nate Swan, the third baseman. And then back up to the top of the order if they can get a base runner. Merritt takes a cut, fouls it off. One strike. Avery has been effective getting ground balls. 5 of his 6 outs so far have been on ground balls. Hartford infield has made all the plays. There's strike 2, looks like a curveball, off-speed pitch. Merritt's dug in, ready, takes a rip, fouled off to the right side. Believe it's still 0-2. The Hartford shortstop, Stone, pitched the game that Rutland played in. There's a base hit to right field. He pitched the game that Rutland played in Hartford. They're probably a little stronger defensively with him in the infield. And there's the Raiders' first hit. Matt Merritt with a solid, clean single to right field. He's on base. And Chris Mack, the pitcher, up. Throws over to first. Merritt back in time. Nobody out. Run around first for the Raiders, trying to get something going, get back in this game, or not get back in it, but get back tied or ahead. Another throw over to first. That was a little closer. Apparently Avery thinks that base runner's got a pretty good lead over there. There might be something on, either a steal or a bunt. He wants to hold him close. Looks like he's got a pretty good move for a right-hander. Mack is squaring, dropping a bunt. Third baseman makes a play. Nicely done. Move the runner. Successful sacrifice. Good job by Chris Mack. Swan is up with Merritt now on second base and 1 down. Trying to keep track of the, got my own little scorebook going here, so I try to write things down and not get too confused. So far I seem to line up. The right guys are up when I think they're up. There's a strike. 1 down, bottom of the third. Raiders got a runner on second and trailing 1-0. So there's a strike. Swan's the third baseman, hitting 9th. Then the Raiders come back up to the top of the order with Rob Dorian on deck. Avery throws in, off speed. Swan fouls it off to the right side. One of the disadvantages at Georgetti is that it's hard to keep track of all the balls. It's a beautiful little field, but the foul balls often end up in the creek. Has strike 3. I think Swan thought it was a little outside, but the umpire didn't. So there's 2 down, back up the top of the order. Dorian, lead-off hitter, grounded out to second, his first time up in the first inning. Takes a strike. Rob's another guy that's been a hot hitter. The people at the top of the order have all been hitting well. Raiders have produced a lot of runs with base hits from up there. Another ground ball, sharply hit to second, but he's out. No runs for the Raiders, and we're going to go to the top of the 4th. All right, top of the 4th inning. Hartford coming up with their 5, 6, 7 hitters. Foul to the right side. Bloomer's over there, makes a run, but it looks like it was probably out of play, hit the trees. This is Flanagan, the designated hitter, hitting for Pickett, the right fielder. 1 strike count. Flanagan singled to right field his first time up in the second inning. It's been a fast-paced game. The Raiders have 1 hit. Hartford, I believe, has 3 hits. So there haven't been a lot of base runners, not too many walks. Defense has been solid for both teams. That one just missed, a little outside. Mack looks in, gets the sign. Rocks and fires. Off speed. That one they checked with the first base umpire. He said no swing, so that was a ball. Mac back on the mound. I believe the count is 2-2. Foul ball to the left side. The count stays the same. Nick Avery is on deck, the pitcher for Hartford. We're in the top of the fourth, 1-0 Hartford. That was low. Carpenter blocked it, kept it in front of him, but nobody on. I believe the count's full now. No defensive changes for the Raiders. Same players that started the game. Low, ball 4. Got Horvath in right, Dorian in center, Rodolphe in left, Swan at third, Perry at short, Merritt at second, Aaron Bloomer at first, Chris Mack pitching, Sean Carpenter catching. Nick Avery is up now. The second inning, he chopped a single over the third baseman's head. So we got nobody out. Runner on first. Strike 1. Might have been a little off speed. Flanagan's getting his lead at first. Aaron Bloomer holding him. Doesn't seem to have a big lead. Not going anywhere. Avery would like to help himself, pad his lead a little bit. Raiders hope he doesn't. High fly ball, center field. Dorian looks like he's got a beat on it, calls for it. 1 down. Fernandez, the third baseman, coming up. He walked in the second inning, his first time up. We got 1 down, 1 on. Sean Fernandez looks down, gets the sign, steps in. Mack delivers, curveball. Pop to the right side. Aaron Bloomer catches it. Looks like Sean Carpenter was there to help him if necessary. Got 2 down. Runner couldn't advance. Selza, the center fielder, up. Logan Selza. He struck out in the second inning to end the inning. Mack looks in, goes to first. Too late. Just trying to keep the runner honest. 2 down, top of the fourth. Hartford runner on first, 1-0 Hartford. Raiders want to hold it here and come in and swing the bats. They got a hit last inning, their first hit. They want to see if they can build on that. Get some hits, get some runs. Mack steps off, back on, looks in, delivers to home. A little low, runner's going, good throw. Oop, runner just beat it. Safe at second. Stolen base for Flanagan. The DH, he walked earlier this inning. Now he's at second, scoring position. Sells is still up at the plate with 2 down. Mack's going to go to work on the batter here. Flanagan gets a little lead. Lined up the middle. Base hit. Dorian feels it. Gets it in quickly. Cut by the first baseman. They held the runner at third. Textbook play, that's the way to do it. Get the ball in quickly. Now the 9-hitter, Ryan Wetzler, the second baseman, coming up. He grounded out to lead off the third inning, 5-3. Hartford threatening again with runners on first and third. Couldn't tell if that was a ball or a strike. Sells is on first, looking over, picking up the sign. Might have a play on here. Inside. Chris Mack wants to get the batter here and get out of this inning. There's 2 down. Raiders only trailing by 1. They want to keep it there. Rocks and fires. There's a strike. Selza doesn't look to be taking too big a lead. Don't know if he's planning to go or not. There's a fly ball. That's a tough one. That's going to drop. Not particularly solidly hit, but found a good spot. Landed on the grass, so there's the second run for Hartford. They're back up at the top of the order. Matt Paz, the catcher. He's flown to left and walked. So we're in the top of the 4th. Raiders now trailing 2-0. Flanagan Flanagan scored the second run. RBI single for Wetzler. There's a shot. Robbie's got it, tracked. And there's an out. It's the irony of baseball. A weaker hit landed safely and drove in a run. The stronger hit was caught by a good center fielder. We're in the bottom. Got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Jeff Perry, Joe Rodolphe, Jeff Bloomer. Avery winds and fires. He's been in control most of the game. Given up 1 hit, 1 base runner. Perry, the shortstop. Foul tip. A little hard to pick up the balls and strikes from here. I believe it's 1-1. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Hartford. There's a breaking ball. Looked like it's a little away. Perry has a lot of walks, and he's been hit by several pitches this year. He got a high on-base percentage. He's working this count. I think it's 3-1 now. Avery is a fast worker. He comes right back. Pops him up to, I think it looks like it's in foul ground. Good hustle. Shortstop. Third base, left field all there. Shortstop Stone dove for it, but couldn't quite get there. Foul ball. Perry goes back. They'll do it again. Now it's a full count. Everybody's back. Resumed their positions. Perry steps in. Avery's ready to go. Nobody out. A little low. Perry walks. Mr. Avery doesn't look as if he agreed with that call. First walk that he's allowed. Joe Rodolphe coming up for the Raiders. Joe grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning. Jeff Perry's the 2 hitter, so I think Hartford expecting some kind of a play on, perhaps, trying to hold him close. Definitely want to hold him. That also freezes the first baseman there, though. We got a left-hander up. There goes Perry. And he's out. Good throw from catcher Paz. Good tag. 1 down. So there's 1 out. Rodolphe up. Nobody on. Out attempting to steal. Rodolphe hits the ball to the right side. Second baseman up with it. Wild throw. out of play. Ralphie's awarded second base. And that's the first miscue by Hartford. Could be a break for the Raiders. Now we're having a little discussion. Oh, a large section of the outfield fence has fallen down. The troops are going out to repair it. I think we'll take a little break in the action. We're back. The fence has been repaired. This is a temporary fence that comes down after the high school baseball season. Sometimes the wind catches it, takes a section down, so it's repaired, and we're back at it. Jeff Bloomer up. Foul ball to the right side. Jeff grounded to short to lead off the second inning. Now he's got a runner on second base and one out. Rodolphe taking his lead. Shortstop holding him a little bit. Strike two. A little bit off speed. Raiders hoping to get something going this inning. One down. That one's too high. Rodolphe retreats to second. Being held by the shortstop to the extent that he's being held. Bloomer grounds the ball to the third baseman. Up and throwing. Out of play. Now the Hurricanes, who hadn't made an error in the game, have made two consecutive, and Rutland's got their first run. Bloomer's awarded second on the overthrow, and Rodolphe's awarded home. So that's a Rutland's first run. Same situation. We got one out. Runner on second. Horvath up. Drops the ball to the third base side, but it rolls foul. Looks like he was bunting for a hit there. With one down, a runner in scoring position. Rutland's on the board, hoping to add to it. There's a strike. Kyle Horvath down 0-2. Bloomer had two strikes on him when in his at-bat. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Oh, it kicks away. Bloomer trying to move up. He's safe at third. Horvath safe at first. I'm going to score that a hit. I don't know what the official scorer is going to do, but that took a pretty nasty hop. Squirted away from the shortstop, and the Raiders got first and third, one down. It's a 2-1 game. Hartford's having a little conference. We'll break away for a minute. We're back. Rutland threatening, trailing 2-1. They got their first run this inning. They got Jeff Bloomer on third. Kyle Horvath on first. Hartford took a little break, probably talking about what they're going to do if there's a play on. Horvath didn't go there. Looked like ball one to Aaron Bloomer. There's the foul ball. 1-1, I believe, is the count. Bloomer taking a short lead off of third. Horvath off of first. Looked to me to be a little high. I think the count is 2-1. That was off speed, I believe. Umpire wants a little more, a few more balls, I guess. That was low and away. Aaron Bloomer grounded out to the third baseman, his first time up. Matt Merritt, who had Rutland's first hit, is on deck. Looks like it's a nice play by the shortstop. Bloomer made a graceful slide into first base and is safe. Great play by shortstop Stone. That looked like it was through, but it is a base hit. Horvath moved up to second. Jeff Bloomer scored, and it's 2-2. Matt Merritt up. So Rutland has bunched together a walk, a couple of errors, and a couple of hits here to score a couple runs, and they're still threatening. One down, runners on first and second. Rutland's hits have been solidly hit, but they've been on the ground. Pop fly, fouled, out of play. 2-2, all tied up. Rutland's got their first 2 runs of the game here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a shot up the gap. Left fielder. Oh, nice play. Left fielder Avery made a diving catch there. Nice play. I'm sorry, Riley made that play. That looked like it was a base hit off the bat, but good play. Now there's 2 down. Raiders still hoping to get another run here. Got the pitcher Chris Mack up. 2 down. Runners will be going on anything hit. Everybody's moving. Popped up. Caught by shortstop, and that's the inning. We're back in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 game. Hartford's got their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Sean Stone, A.J. Hamill, Pat Riley. Rutland tied the game up 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Mack looks in, foul ball. The Raider half of the 4th inning had a little of everything. Couple of fine defensive plays. The catcher threw Jeff Perry out, stealing at second. Left fielder made a great catch on Matt Merritt's fly, but they also made 2 errors that allowed the Raiders to set up their big inning. Mack's ahead 0-2. Stone has flown out to right field and left field in his previous 2 at-bats in the 1st and 3rd inning. We're in the top of the 5th now, 2-2. Home ball to the right side, fielded by Merritt. Throw to first to Bloomer, 1 down. A.J. Hamill coming up. He grounded to the first baseman. I'm sorry, to the pitcher in the 1st inning, and had a base hit to left field and drove in a run in the 3rd. Mack, a little off speed, strike 1. One down, nobody on. Mack rocks and fires, little outside. I think that's where he likes to keep the ball, is down in the lower part of the strike zone. Hamill digs in, looks out. Another off-speed pitch. Ball 2, 2-1. Hartford scored in their half of the 4th inning to go ahead 2-0, but the Raiders came back with 2, so we're tied up. There's a well-hit ball to left field, but it's right at Joe Rodolphe. Joe's got it. 2 down. Riley, the left fielder, coming up. This is his 3rd at-bat. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to right, grounded out to the shortstop. He made a good play defensively last inning. There's a breaking ball down low, gets away from Sean Carpenter. But nobody on, no damage. Mack's got a good start to the inning. After Rutland scored a couple, you want to shut him right down in the top half of the next inning, and so far he's done that. 2 up, 2 down. There's a shot to center. Dorian makes a great effort, can't quite come up with it. Ball was just a little bit too far out of his reach. Great play. Held him to a single. Rodolphe hustled over to back up. And Hartford's got a base runner. Riley Flanagan up now, the designated hitter. He had a single to right field and also walked and scored in the 4th inning. Raiders want to get out of this inning, get back in, start swinging the bats. Mac gets a sign, looks in, fires, swing and strike. Tipped perhaps. I think it's 1-1. There's 2 down. Riley on first base, being held there by Aaron Bloomer. Now everybody's ready. Chris in the stretch, delivers, little high. 2-1. From this vantage point, we don't have the opportunity to look at the scoreboard, so I just have to do the best I can. I can't crib off who's ever running the scoreboard. It was a lot closer to the umpire than we are. But I think that's 3-1. I know there's 2 outs and a runner on first. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Mac looks in, looks over, delivers. Too tight. Might have even nicked him. In any event, he's on first base. And what looked to be a quick inning for the Raiders, now they need to get an out. Mac retired the first 2 hitters. Next 2 have reached base, and Avery, the pitcher, is up now. He chopped a single over the third baseman's head in the 2nd inning, and in the 4th, he flew out to center field. Little conference on the mound. We're going to take a break for a second. Conference is over. Mac's still on the mound, looking in. First and second, 2 down. Delivers to Avery, a little low. That one's got a little bit of action in the bullpen. Looks like 2 of their pitchers are throwing to each other. Ethan Peterson, Chris Williams. There's a ball chopped foul. Strike on Avery. He's had 2 pretty good at-bats, so I'm sure the Mac will work him carefully. Sean Fernandez, the third baseman, is on deck. Two Hartford runners on, first and second. Runner on first isn't being held since he's not the lead runner. Runner on second, got a pretty good jump. There's a throw back to first. Runner's back safely. Runner at second for Hartford retreated to the bag. Riley, didn't advance on that. So we've got 2 down, 2 on, 2-2 game. Mac sticks out. Avery back in. Mac looks in for the sign. Stretches. Delivers. High. Same situation. 2 on, 2 out. Mac wants to work this hitter. Throws an off-speed pitch, a little inside. Avery's looking him over pretty carefully. Low, ball 4. Now the bases are full. Fernandez coming up. Well, there was a sinking line drive to center field, base hit, 2 walks, has loaded the bases for Hartford. Fernandez walked his first time up in the second inning and fouled out to the first baseman in the fourth inning. We're in the top of the fifth. Chopped foul, 0-1. Mac doesn't have any place to put another runner, so he's getting ahead. Wants to get ahead, stay ahead. Oh and 1 to Fernandez. Big at bat here. Bases full, 2 down. Chopped at the third baseman. Throws over to first. Makes the play. Good play by Nate Swan. Raiders out of the inning. No damage done. Well, we're back in the bottom of the fifth in a good Marble Valley League game. Last regular season game for both teams. 2-2 game, bottom of the fifth. Nate Swan leading off for Rutland, 9-1-2. So Dorian on deck, Jeff Perry in the hole. According to my unofficial tally, Rutland's only got 3 hits, but they bunched 2 of them last inning around some errors and scored 2 runs. Escaped a little bit of a jam in the top of the 5th inning to keep it tied up. Now Rutland's looking to get ahead, get a base runner, move them around, see if they can't score a run or 2 to take a lead. Both pitchers are starting pitchers still in the game. Avery doesn't look to be fatigued, works pretty fast. Did give up his 2 of the 3 hits last inning, so he could be either tiring a little or maybe the batters have seen him enough. Although there's a strikeout. 1 down. Rob Dorian coming up for his 3rd at-bat. He's grounded out to second baseman his first 2 times up. There's a strike. And ball outside. Breaking ball, I think. Dorian's in, ready. Avery's ready. Throws. Chop to the right side. Second baseman calls it up, makes the play in short right field. 2 down. Jeff Perry up with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 game. Jeff walked his last time. Was thrown out, stealing. Good accurate throw from Matt Paz, the Hartford catcher. There's a fisted. Oh, third baseman, I thought made a great play, but I guess it popped out. I don't know if he was still in play when he caught it, but he didn't catch it, so strike 1. Joe Rodolphe is on deck, hoping to get a chance to hit in this inning. Strike 2. That was a, I don't know if that was a curve, might have been some kind of a change up, or definitely off speed. Got an 0-2 count. Jeff rips one to right. That's well stroked, but the right fielder's under it and got it. Back. It's the top of the 6. Salza up. Hit a long ball. And that one's out. It's a pretty short fence here in left field at Giorgetti, but that was well stroked. First pitch home run for Salza, who had singled his last time up, so he's done some damage. And that gives Hartford a 3-2 lead. 9-hitter Ryan Wetzel will be up next. And then it'll be the top of the order for Hartford. So Hartford struck pretty suddenly there to take the lead back. According to my records, that's the 7th hit for Hartford so far. That was certainly the best stroked ball of the day. So Rutland's trailing again here in the top of the 6th, 3-2. Break the ball too low. Got a little bit of a breeze blowing in, but that's probably good. Cools all the ball players off, although it's not horribly hot here. The sun is out, but it's a very pleasant day for baseball. Mack delivers. Chopper to third. Swan sets up, throws to first. Out. 5-3, and that's the first out of the inning. Go back up to the top of the order. Matt Paz for his fourth at-bat. He's flown to left, flown to center, and walked. He's also scored one of the Hartford runs. So we got one out. Top of the sixth inning. Raiders trailing 3-2 to the Hartford Hurricanes. There's a strike. Inside part of the plate. Sean Stone, the shortstop, is on deck. Haven't been any changes, either pitching or defensive, as yet. Fouled away. Nobody's given up more than 2 hits in an inning, so neither team has really bunched their hits, and that's why it's a pretty low-scoring affair. And not too many walks by either pitcher. Mack deals to Paz and strikes him out. 2 down. Caught him looking on that one. Sean Stone is up. He's 0 for 3, flown to right field, flown out to left field, and grounded to second base. Ground ball through the hole between short and third. Base hit for Stone. Picked up by Rodolphe and thrown in. And Hartford's got another base hit. Base runner on first, but there are 2 outs. Lost a little section of fence again. We're going to take a break until they fix that. Well, the Raider outfielders have repaired the fence, and we're back at it. Chris Williams is loosening up. The senior right-hander is over on the sidelines throwing, but the Rutland starter, Chris Mack, still in there. Williams is throwing to a catcher over there. Before, he was just soft tossing with Ethan Peterson. We have 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Throw over to first. Runner back quickly. Stone. Head first. Mack looks in, looks over, delivers. A little low. 2 down here. Top of the 6th. Raiders will have 2 more at-bats if they need them. Another ground ball, base hit, almost the same spot between short and third. Another base hit. So this inning, Hartford's had 3 hits. First inning they've done that. They're threatening again. 2 outs, runners on first and second. We're going to have a conference with Coach Palomo coming out. We'll take a little break. The Raiders have made a pitching change. Senior right-hander Chris Williams is in. Hamill had a base hit in the last batter that Chris Mack pitched to, so we've got 2 on, 2 out. Williams a little low with that pitch. The Hartford hitter is their 4-hitter. Riley, the left fielder. He did have a base hit, a line drive to center field his last time up. Hamill had his 2nd hit of the game. He's at first. Stone is at second. Hartford threatening again. Looked a little low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. 3-2 Hartford lead. was low and got away from catcher. Everybody moves up. Now Hartford's got runners on second and third. I have the count at 3-0 to Riley. I guess not. I guess there was a strike in there somewhere because that clearly was a ball. Williams looks in, working the batter here. Wants to get out of this inning. Too low. Riley walked, loads him up. Flanagan, the designated hitter, is up. He's singled to right field and walked twice. Two down and bases full of Hurricanes. Guess we've got a pinch runner coming in for Hamill, who was at second. I would imagine that he'll be re-entered. Number 35 has gone in for him. I believe that's Mike Avery running at second base. So they've made a base running change. Still bases loaded, 2 outs. There's a strike. Fastball from Williams. Flanagan has walked his last 2 times up. Strike 2. 2 fastballs from my perspective anyway. He looked like he was behind that one. Base is still full. Williams trying to wriggle out of a difficult situation here and keep this a 1-run game. Good purpose pitch, a little outside. Runs the count to 1-2. Big at-bat here for both teams. Rutland trying to keep it close. Hartford trying to pad their lead. Strike 3. Nice pitch from Chris Williams. Good job getting out of the jam. No runs scored, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th in a minute. It's bottom of the 6th. Joe Rodolphe leading off for Rutland. Bunting for a hit, but strike 1. Hamill has returned to first base, so that was a pinch runner re-entry by Hartford. Rutland has made ground ball to third. Throw to first, 1 down. Rutland has made 1 change at the Williams for Mack pitching, and presumably Chris Williams will be hitting in Chris Mack's spot in the order. Rutland's got their 3, 4, 5 hitters this inning. Joe Rodolphe's been retired. Jeff Bloomer, the 4-hitter, designated hitter, is up now. Rutland trying to get some base runners to tie this game up or go ahead. A leadoff home run in the top of the 6th inning by Logan Selza has given Hartford a 3-2 lead. There's a strike. One down, bottom of the 6th. Rutland trailing by 1. That looked low. Avery's gone all the way for Hartford. Rutland did make a change in the top of the 6th. Chris Williams came in. There's a strike. I believe that makes it 2-2. Avery looks in. Throw is low. And that's a full count. Jeff Bloomer has grounded to short, reached on an error and scored. Rutland's 2nd run. There's a clean hit through the hole. And Rutland's got a base runner. One down. Kyle Horvath up. Kyle has grounded to short and had a base hit that caromed off the shortstop. Bad hop and bounced out into left field. He's 1 for 2. Hit the ball to the left field side both times up. Bloomer back. Avery's got a pretty good move to first. He's trying to hold him close. Trying to hold him very close. That time he only had about a 1.5 step lead. That's high. One down, one on, bottom of the 6th. I think that was even a shorter lead. There's a strike on the inside part of the plate. Avery's ahead 1 and 2. Horvath looking to put the ball in play. Make something happen here. Off speed, outside. 2 and 2, 1 down. Raiders have the tie and run on first base. That's high. Now full with 1 down. Avery looks in. Almost threw that one away. Hamill made a good play to keep it, catch it, keep it in play. There's a foul ball, way out of play. Still a full count. We're going to do it all again. 3 and 2, 1 down. Horvath and Avery in a battle. Sliced foul again. Avery's pitch count must be getting up there. Back over to first. Oh, thrown away. I believe that was out of play. It looked like it was over in the grass, but there was a throw made. Runner has been sent back to second base. So it's still 3 and 2, but Bloomer is now on second due to the errant pickoff attempt. There's a base hit. Bloomer's got a pretty good jump. Ball has been bobbled. He's coming around. He's going to score. Horvath has driven in the tying run with a clean single to left. Good at bat. Got behind in the count, battled back, worked at 3 and 2, had several foul balls, and then had a big hit. And Rutland has tied it up 3-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Still something going on. We've got 1 down and Horvath at first. Raiders have had 2 hits this inning. Only the second time that they've bunched. Well, that's only their 5th hit, so. Oh, nice play by the catcher. Threw behind the runner, and Kyle Horvath is out at first. So there's 2 down, nobody on. Aaron Bloomer up. The 6th hitter. He's grounded out to third, reached on an infield hit. Matt Merritt on deck. Raiders still hoping to put something together. Get the go-ahead run here. They took something off of that. Aaron was out in front of it. 2 strikes. Got 2 down, base is empty now. Raiders have tied it. Well stroked. Center fielder couldn't come up with that. Base hit. That's a clean hit. Souza made a good effort for it, but it was sinking. Couldn't get to it in time. So Rutland's got his 3rd hit this inning. And Matt Merritt's up. Matt had the first hit of the game and then flew to left field his 2nd time up. Raiders still trying to keep this inning alive. There's a shot. There's a shot to right field. Aaron Bloomer headed into 3rd. He's going to be held up there. And Matt Merritt's got his 2nd base hit. Aaron Bloomer's had 2. Matt Merritt's had 2. The Raiders got something going. 2 down, 2 on. And I believe this is Chris Mack coming up. He's hitting, I'm sorry, Chris Williams. He's hitting in Chris Mack's place. Chris Williams, number 7, the pitcher, is up with 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. I believe that was a ball. Fouled away by Williams. It's a big situation for the Raiders. Chance to go ahead here with a base hit. Avery perhaps has fatigued a little bit. He struggled this inning, giving up some hits. There's a looked like it was the beginning of possibly a Kansas City play, but the pitch got away from the catcher and Merritt just advanced to 2nd base. Now there's 2 on. Takes away the force at 2nd, so also puts him into scoring position if there's a hit here. It's a strike by Williams. Took a good rip at that one. Got 2 strikes. Rutland's got 2 on here. Aaron Bloomer at 3rd, Matt Merritt at 2nd. Little outside. Pitcher seemed to think that was a strike, but the men in blue didn't agree. There have been a few of those today, but that's the nature of baseball. Williams ready. Outside again. Ball 4. Now the bases are full. And 3rd baseman Nate Swan due up. So bases full of Raiders. Looks as if there's a pinch hitter coming up. Looks like Zach Johnson is going to be hitting for Swan in the 9 spot. This will be Zach's first appearance in this game. He's been an effective hitter. He was playing first base. He was injured in the Hartford game over in Hartford on a play at first base and missed a few games. But he's up in a big situation now with a chance to put the Raiders ahead. Looked like ball 1. No place to put him. There's a strike. He may have been taken until he got 1 strike. 2 down, bases full, outside. Avery's still working fast, but he's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning and probably quite a few in the course of the game. I don't have a pitch counter. That's low, and I believe that's 3-1. I think Zach will be hitting if it's something that he likes. Got Aaron Bloomer at 3rd, Matt Merritt at 2nd, Chris Williams at 1st. There's a strike. I think it's full up, 2 down, everybody moving. Base hit here. Matt Merritt should score on this. If it leaves the infield, everybody's going to be moving. There they go. Foul ball. Going to do it all again. 2 outs, full count. Base is full. All the runners are moving. And there they go. There's a chopper. Thrown to first, and then Zach is out. Hartford got out of the jam, but the Raiders got the tie and run. It's 3-3. We're going to go into the top of the 7th. Well, we're seeing an entertaining Marble Valley League baseball game. 3-3. Well-played game. We're in the top of the 7th. Chris Williams pitching for the Raiders. He ended a threat in the top of the 6th inning with a strikeout. He's going to try to build off of that. Raiders have made a couple defensive changes, which I will give you in a minute. Leading off for Hartford is Avery, the pitcher. He has singled, flown to center, and walked. We're in the top of the 7th, 3-3 game, Rutland and Hartford. And there actually are the defensive changes right there. Aaron Bloomer has moved to third. He made that play, and Zach Johnson, who pinch hit in the 6th inning, is playing first base. So Bloomer to Johnson, and there's one down. Always big to get that first out. Sean Fernandez is the hitter now. He's walked and fouled out, grounded out. 0 for 2. That one's way up there. Shortstop has called everybody off. Makes the play. That's the way to take charge if you're the shortstop. You got the angle there. Perry makes a nice play. There's 2 down. It's a quick inning so far. That's what Rutland wants. And Logan Selza, the hero of the game, I guess you could say, for Hartford so far. He had that big lead-off home run in the 6th inning. Looks like Rodolfi's taking a step or 2 back. Before the home run, Selza had K'd in the 2nd inning and reached on a ground ball base hit up the middle in the 4th. So he's 2 for 3. 2 down, 3-3 game, top of the 7th. Williams has looked strong so far this inning. There's a strike. He's a little different style pitcher than the starter, Chris Mack. Chris, a little more off speed. I think Chris Mack is a little more off speed. Chris Williams probably looks pretty quick to the Hurricane hitters. There's another ground ball up the middle. Selza's 3rd hit. He's hitting in the 8 hole, but he's certainly having a strong game. So Hartford's got the go-ahead run on first base with 2 outs, and Ryan Wetzler is coming up, the second baseman. Wetzler's also had a base hit and grounded out to third twice, so he's 1 for 3. Many of the Hartford players have 1 hit, but not very many with multiple hits. They've kind of mixed it around. Williams is trying to keep Selza close to first. So we got 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 3-3 game. Runner on first. Rutland does have Ethan Peterson getting loose, just in case he's needed. There's a strike from Williams. Oop, that one broke away, but not too far. Zach got a glove on that to keep it close. No harm done. That's stroked up the middle. Dorian made a great play to cut that off, got it in quickly. Held the runner to third. He got a good jump on that. That was well hit. So the 8 and 9 hitters have created a rally here for Hartford. Back-to-back singles after Williams got the first 2 out. There's a 1st and 3rd situation. Sean Carpenter gives the signs, puts play on. And the Raider infielders know what the play is. Now Kevin Belomo is coming out to visit with his pitcher. We're going to take a break. Rutland's made a pitching change. They brought in number 30, Ethan Peterson. He's been a relief specialist this year, come in a lot of difficult situations, and this is a difficult one. We've got a 3-3 game in the top of the 7th, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Ethan usually has pretty good control, usually throws strikes and challenges hitters. Fakes to third, fakes to first, no throw. Hitting for the Hurricanes is the catcher, Matt Paz. Paz he's 0 for 3 with a walk. He has scored a run. It's a bunt. Bunt for a hit. There were 2 outs, and Ethan had a little bit of trouble handling it. Paz runs pretty well, got down to first base quickly, and Hartford's gone ahead. Runners on first and second. This inning started promising for the Raiders, got the first 2 out, but they've put 3 hits together and have scored the go-ahead run. Sean Stone, the shortstop, up now. He's 1 for 4. That one's inside, ball 1. That didn't look like a very threatening bunt when it was originally dropped, but couldn't quite get the handle on it. Good enough to get Paz to first and the runner home. Now the Raiders want to get out of this and get back in, have a chance to score the tying run, hopefully the winning run. Ground ball to third. Bloomer to Johnson. Raiders are out of the inning. Would have liked to have done that 1 batter sooner, I think. Well, we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th with Hartford up 4-3. Well, we're in the bottom of the 7th. Rutland trailing 4-3. They got their first 3 batters in the order coming up. Rob Dorian, Jeff Perry, Joe Rodolfi. Hartford has made a pitching change. It looks to me as if Sean Fernandez, who was playing third, is now pitching. Dorian slaps a single to center. That's the way to get it started. Avery had pitched quite well, but he fatigued somewhat in the 6th inning, and Rutland bunched 4 hits, and so now there's a new pitcher in, and Dorian greeted him with a base hit. That's Rob's first hit of the game. Jeff Perry up now. He's walked, 0 for 2 with a walk. Tying run at first base. Squares to bunt. Fouls it back. Rutland has most of their speed at the top of the order, so they have an opportunity to do some things here. Pick-off move. Not close, but I'm sure Fernandez wants to keep Dorian a little bit close over there. Perry squares to bunt. Pushes a bunt to the right side. Foul ball. Now he's 0-2. Raiders trailing by a run. Dorian at first base is the tying run. Jeff Perry at the plate would be the winning run. Nobody out here, bottom of the 7th. Bunted again, and foul ball, strikeout. Third strike bunt that went foul. Well, the Raiders are got 1 out. Runner on first. Joe Rodolfi up. Joe has reached on an error. Inside, ball 1. And grounded to third base twice. Jeff Bloomer is on deck. Raiders need to move Dorian around and get at least the tie-in run here in the bottom of the 7th. There goes Dorian. High throw. Hartford has made some moves defensively. The shortstop, I believe, has moved to third, and Avery has moved to shortstop. I think everybody else is the same. Dorian has successfully stole second base, puts him in scoring position for Rodolphe. Being held by the shortstop. In and out with a left-handed batter up. Shortstop is holding. Makes a inviting area to the left side. That's the way that Joe hit it, but it's up in the air. Left fielder calling for it. He just battled it a little bit, but he was able to catch it. Dorian is trying to go to third. Oh! He tagged up and was thrown out at third. And that looks to be the ball game. A great game, well played. Marble Valley League game. Hartford 4, Rutland 3. Ernie, Sule, and I will check out now. Thank you.